podcast is part of the Podcast Your Scene Network. Visit us at www.podcastyourscene.com.
Hey, you're 2, 3 questions in a song, a podcast where the title says it all, except for where it doesn't, because I never ask just 3 questions. My name is Bill. This is episode number 65. With me tonight is Gallo Locknez. What's up, Gallo?
What up, man? Thanks for having me, bro.
So I was reading over your bio, and this is where we're starting with question number 1. So first of all, you're a pretty well-known hip-hop artist, and people know you from NBA Countdown. But I was reading further, and I was like, wow, I had no idea. I want you to do some name dropping and tell us about things that you've produced and different companies you've worked with.
Okay, yeah, we could do that. We could definitely do that. I mean, right off the bat, you mentioned the NBA. I've done a lot of work with the NBA. I did sound ups with them. I did that for 2 seasons. This past year, I worked with the NBA, and I helped write some commercials for them for the finals, which was dope. That was really exciting. I had never did that before. So I have a really dope relationship with the NBA, thankfully. I've worked with the WNBA. I've worked with other companies that are affiliated with the NBA as well, such as Pure Sweat, Drew Hanlon, who is one of like the NBA's top NBA trainers. That's a good friend of mine. Obviously, I met him after working with the NBA. You know what I mean? And I mean, if you don't know who Drew Hanlon is, that's understandable, right? But he's definitely trended on Twitter a few times, and if you Google him, you see he's a real deal. So he's a good guy, man. I've done stuff with HBO. I've done things for HBO. I've done things for Love and Hip Hop, a lot of reality shows. Right now, currently in rotation is a commercial I did for Push Pop. That's on like all like the kids stations and stuff, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? Anybody that got kids have heard it. You know what I'm saying? And then I just continue to do stuff for TV, and I've done a few movies as well, and I'm still continuing to work on that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I know I've been watching your timeline, and you're starting to get recognized, and it's freaking you out a little bit.
Oh yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like, bro, it's so funny because like anybody that knows me knows like I try to remain really humble. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy. Like when I first worked for the NBA, I was getting a buzz. You know what I mean? And I had some people around me that was like, "Yo, you're a star. You're the man." Da 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 da. And the first time experiencing that, it's like, "Yeah, you're right. I am a man. I am a star." You know what I'm saying? So I used to go around like I was still humble, but at the same time, I was still like, "Yo, but I'm the man." You know what I'm saying? And I found like you don't get a lot of genuineness around you like that. You know what I'm saying? So I learned from that. And now I'm at a bigger place than I was then. And like people, I'm going outside. People like, "Hey, Gallo, what's up?" People screaming across the street, trying to get my attention. I was at McDonald's the other day. Homie gave me some extra food. You know what I'm saying? because I was there. You know what I mean? But and it's funny because I just be like real awkward about it. I'm like, "Okay, thank you." You know what I mean? Thanks a lot. Yeah.
I was at a Rock for Life concert, and I was walking past this group of people and I was carrying on a conversation, and this guy's like, "Hey, I know you."
Yeah.
I'm like, and I looked at him, and then I recognized him as someone I interviewed. He's like,
"Okay,
I recognize your voice."
That's dope. That's dope, bro. That's dope.
It was weird.
It is weird. It's different, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm not one of those people that like looks down on people. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people that's like, we equals, man. We all human. So like when people treat me like that way, it's like, you don't have to. Like, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool, bro. You know what I mean? And then another thing too is like I'm always with my daughters. So like I'm always like really cautious about that too. You know what I'm saying? So like you got to be careful because unfortunately the world that we live in, it ain't all, you know what I mean? It ain't all love and it ain't all positive. You know what I mean? People come off, what they say, it's like a wolf in sheepskin. Some people come off like they, you know, like it's all good, but then they might try to catch you slipping. So I'm also very, very protective and cautious of that stuff. So that's why I said it's awkward because I never know if it's real or not. You know what I mean?
I have 2 daughters
Okay.
and a son.
Yeah. So you get it.
I do. And I'm thinking, because I was looking for a picture of you to put behind us. I don't know if you saw, I found one on your website.
Yeah.
I'm thinking our daughters are probably pretty close in age.
Okay. Mine's is 12 and 6.
I have twin 11-year-olds. See, I wasn't that far off.
Nah, you was mad close. Absolutely. Yeah.
And then my son is 13. So
okay.
We've had some interesting mornings around here lately.
Oh, sure, bro. Listen, bro, I went to pick up my daughter from school, and this is last week, man. I picked her up, and I'm driving, and some kid is like, Gallo Loch Ness. I'm like, yo. I sped up. I was like, yo. We bad awkward, bro, but it's all good. I got to get used to it, man. I got people in my circle that's like, bro, you got to use that time, like, use that as an opportunity to, like, film it or get the people on video and show people. But at the time, I just be like, cool, all right.
I teach at a Catholic school, preschool through 8th grade.
Yeah.
And last year, one of my 8th graders asked me if he could be on my podcast.
Yeah. That's what he is.
I was like, I said, when you get in a band and you're over 18, email me.
Yeah. When you of age. I want no liabilities. Nah, I feel you.
But his goal is to be a musician, which is really cool.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Yo, not for nothing, man. I spend a lot of time with kids and the youth, bro. Like, I always look at the youth as our future. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I spend a lot of time at the I spent some time at the YMCA. I don't want to come off like I'm there every day. But, like, I spent some time at the YMCA, man. I work with a young artist by the name of Young Scholar. He's 16. I've been working with him since he's been, like, 11 years old. You know what I mean? Bro, I believe that the youth is the answer. You know what I mean? They're the future, bro. So we got to continue to make time for them, you know?
And I feel like this feeds right into the second question I wanted to ask you. I wanted you to touch base and tell us about PEM.
Oh, yeah, all day, man. I could talk about that all day. PEM stands for Positive Energy Movement. PEM is about having a positive mentality. You see in the background, you can kind of see in my post in the background, it's always a constant reminder to, stay open-minded, be optimistic as much as possible. A lot of people, it's funny, man. I come across a lot of people that's like, yeah, you're optimistic, but I'm a realist. Why can't you be both? Right? Why can't being optimistic be real? You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, man. It's all about training your mentality. So PM is a movement I started. I talk about it at every show. I talk about it in my songs. And it's honestly a way to get people to open their minds, to think more positive, to avoid as much negativity as possible and not fall into the trap of negativity. Negativity is going to happen, right? It's going to happen, but it all depends on your viewpoint, right? You could look at it like, yo, this is going to knock me down, or you could look at it like, yo, this is going to hit me, but it's going to make me stronger. You know what I mean? I might get knocked down, but I'm going to get back up and I'm going to be prepared for it next time. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about, man. Another thing is people feel like if you're positive, then you're happy all the time. And that's not the case, right? We're human.
I had that conversation in 2 classes today about.
Did you?
That's like, listen, just because I'm not yelling at you doesn't mean that what you're doing doesn't affect me.
That's real, bro. That's real. And it's like, yo, being positive, I am going to be down sometimes. I am going to be upset sometimes. I'm going to be angry sometimes. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's all about focusing on the light ahead. So, yeah, I might be down now, but that doesn't mean I have to stay down. That doesn't mean I have to stay angry. You know what I mean? I'm going to do everything in my power to get out of that space so then I can move forward to that light where I'm back to being me again and being upbeat and being positive and sharing good energy. So, yeah, that's what PEM is about, man. And, I got the bracelets and junk, you know what I mean? The wristbands. I give it out at every show. People live by it. You know what I'm saying? I have people that hit me up. It's like, yo, I need another bracelet. I'm like, all right, cool. Come to my next show. You know what I mean? So
next time we're standing next to each other, I have a collection started.
Let's go. Yeah, bro. Let's go.
So, I just alluded to something that happened. I was, at it was, the Royal Honey CD release.
Oh, okay. That's the joint I was at, right?
Yeah. And Gallo was standing right next to me, and I was like,
Oh.
I'm not going to say anything.
Bro, like I told you, dog, like, you know, I'm cool with people approaching me. I know I might come off awkward. I say that now, right? But like, especially in that setting, in like a song, like in a show or an event, whatever, like, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage people to approach me. You know what I mean? And especially if you recognize me, yo, let's use it as an opportunity to get pictures on social media. Let's use it as an opportunity to network or do something else. And that's what we did, right? Right? You invited me on the show and look at us, man. Like, you know, we continuing to build. I love that, bro. I love that.
Most of my initial interactions with band members result in me sending them a Facebook message and apologizing. Like, look, man, I'm sorry. You caught me off guard.
Yo, I'm here to take pictures. I'm not here for Cabo.
Right. It's like after you walked away 10 minutes later, I was like, oh yeah, that was
yeah, it's all good, bro. It's all good. Did I talk to you first? Is that what happened? I can't remember.
As far as coming on here, I think
No. When we was at the Royal Honey CD release.
Oh, we didn't talk at all.
We didn't talk at all?
No.
That's crazy.
I sent you a message later and said, hey, do you want to?
Hey, sorry, I was taking pictures, but no.
I showed up invited by Royal Honey because I do their website.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, if it's all right with you guys, I'm going to come take some pictures and put it in my portfolio.
Word up.
And, you know,
bro, your pictures was fire.
Thank you.
Pictures fire. You got some joints of me too, man. I love that joint, man. I was hyped.
And the one with you pointing off to the side, that's my favorite
bro.
one.
That's one of my favorite pictures, bro. I love that picture.
And then Dominic Fusca, I got that. I took like 2 pictures of him because you know he was in that little stage as you walk past the bar.
Upstairs.
And he uses them all the time. I love
dope.
it.
That's dope, bro. Now you got an eye, bro. You have an eye, and that's dope, man. That's the type of stuff. It can be taught, but sometimes people are gifted, bro. And like, no, you gifted.
I the thing is, like, Jonna from First Angel Media, and Raina Pelly, who you probably don't know because she hasn't been real active recently.
Okay,
but the two of them are phenomenal photographers.
Yeah,
and I have been taking pictures for almost 20 years, but I never had the right equipment. Okay. And one day, Jonna sent me her backup camera. And she's like, "This is yours now." And
That's
she
dope.
just showed up at my house. She's like, "Use this." And then she and Raina will every once in a while send them a message, "Hey, I'm trying to do this," and they'll get on Zoom and show me how to do something. So I'm learning from the best in the area.
Yeah, man. And that's what it's about, right? Like, I got some photography friends because I have a camera too. I haven't used it in a while. I'm not gonna lie, but when I was into it, I asked a lot of my photography friends and stuff. So that's what it's about.
The last time I used mine, I was taking pictures of a food truck.
Said a food truck. That's what's up.
Well,
what food truck?
Del Vecchio's Sausage and Fries.
Okay. That sounds banging. Where's that?
Well, they're based out of Vandergrift.
Okay.
I do their website. That was my introduction to the music scene. I did a website for a band.
Yeah.
And, I've known the owner of Del Vecchio's pretty much since I was 5.
Okay. That's cool.
We moved in where my parents live now, and like 4 houses down was called Del Vecchio's. It was a little Italian store.
Yeah.
And it was his parents and his aunt and uncle owned it.
Yeah.
And he opened a diner for a while, and that's when I got involved with helping him. And then when he got out of the diner, he opened a food truck, and I just followed along.
That's dope, though. That's cool. That's cool, bro. I love the whole food truck thing, man. I know a couple of people that own food trucks. I feel like, you know, I mean, it's cool to own like a brick and mortar, you know, spot, but like, you know, a food truck, man, it seems like I feel like a lot of people kind of leaning towards that. You know what I mean?
And it's cool because usually, you know, you have multiple choices when you get a food truck because there'll be a couple of them. Yeah. And I have a couple favorites.
Yeah. Okay.
Del Vecchio's is one of them.
Okay. That's what's up.
My aunt and uncle own a Kona ice truck now. 2 of them, actually.
Cool. That's what's up. What kind of truck?
Kona ice. It's the shaved ice.
Oh, shaved ice. Okay,
Yeah,
all right, word. That's dope.
But anyway, that was a weird tangent for the show.
It's all good.
Let's go in here. Oh, so Neil Donnelly is in the chat. I don't know if you see on your screen.
I do see it. I see it when it popped up.
So Neil used to run a podcast too. And
what's up, Neil? Thanks for commenting.
He's just messaged that he's going to have a food truck in a couple years, which I believe. He's constantly posting awesome looking food.
Yeah, bro, I love food, man. I'm a huge foodie. Like I love it's I think it's actually a bad thing, but like anytime I travel, like I don't look for amenities. I don't look for, what's the cool thing to do. I look for what is that area known for its food. Like that's what I look for every time I travel. You know what I mean? So that's cool, man.
I have an app on my phone that you might want to download. It's called Mobile Nom, Nom.
Okay. That's funny. Nom. I already knew what that meant. That's dope.
Yeah. It's a Pittsburgh based, but it's, it's all over the US, but it was built by, I think CMU graduates.
Okay. Word.
And basically what it does is it shows you food trucks that are in the area and how far away they are from you and where they are.
What?
And it's on my phone because I was doing the work with Del Vecchio's and I keep his schedule up to date on it. But it's really cool. Like I've never really, that's not true. I went to the hot dog guys once when it popped up.
Okay.
That's another one of my favorite trucks.
Hot dog guys. Okay.
Hot dog
that's
guys.
Cool. I just downloaded it. I don't know if y'all can see. You probably can't, but yeah, I downloaded that. I'm definitely going to make use of that. Trust me.
So let's see. I have to ask you, this has become like the official question of all my podcasts.
Okay.
And I'll give you a little bit of history. Regular listeners have heard it a few times.
All right.
But I have this thing where I'm trying to get Dave Grohl to come on one of my podcasts from the Foo Fighters.
Oh, word. Okay.
And I used to tag him and invite him.
Is that the main singer, the dude with the black hair?
Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah.
I emailed his management, who completely ignored my email. I think there's probably going to be a protection PFA soon, because I'll randomly tag them and say, "Hey, why don't you come do my show?"
You never know, bro. Like I wouldn't stop. Shoot.
Brian Johnson from AC/DC did a kind of a live video like we're doing here, where he showed up at Dave's house in a van and they talked about vans. I watched it. It was like an hour long. It was really cool.
That's cool.
So I post that YouTube link and I tag Brian Johnson. It says, "Hey, Brian Johnson, how did you get Dave Grohl?" And I tagged him to answer you.
That's funny. That's funny.
But anyway.
Did Brian Johnson?
No.
Was it Brian Johnson or David Johnson?
Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah, they both ignored me. But
it's all good. Keep trying.
That's because they don't know that I've talked to people like Gallo and I've talked to
that's not gonna help you. that's not gonna help you.
I've talked to why am I blanking on his name now? Bass player for Ugly Kid Joe. Cordell Crockett.
Oh, okay, word, okay.
And I've also talked to John Bechtel, who's the current keyboardist of Ministry. So I've talked to some big names.
Talked to some people, yeah.
Yeah, so he could come on. He wouldn't be out of place.
Nah, bro. You just got to realize it. That's all. Keep trying.
So here's the question. The Foo Fighters and Dave Grohl are known for bringing their fans up on stage and letting them perform with them.
Okay.
So you see in the stands all the time, those signs, "Hey, I want to play this song with you." Well,
that's dope.
Well, they bring people up like, "Do you know it? Come on up."
That's dope. That's dope.
So my question to you is, who would you want to go on stage and perform with?
Good question. Man, I when I perform, man, I'm a lot of energy. I like a lot of high energy. I like feeding off of each other. I like jumping around. I like bouncing. So, in all honesty, man, I would really love to perform with like a Busta Rhymes or like a Puff Daddy, a Diddy. You know what I mean? Just because I love that energy. You know what I mean? And I can match it. You know what I mean? So, I would love to do that. I think that would be pretty cool, you know?
So I'm going to real quick cheat. I'm going to bounce back to your, I don't have it open anymore. I was going to bounce back to your bio. Hold on.
Okay.
I do have it. I just have to scroll. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. So if I remember correctly, let me look here. So you've performed all over the East Coast.
For sure. Yeah.
And
now, just 2 weeks ago, I performed in San Antonio. That was my first time out there. So
nice.
Yeah.
And you lived in Brooklyn, if I remember. Did I read
Bronx?
The Bronx. Okay.
Yeah. Bronx.
So,
that's where I was born. I was born in the Bronx, New York.
So was my aunt, by the way.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
And that's the one that owns the food truck.
No. So
bro,
I can't tell you a story about her that nobody believes though.
Okay.
She in the 70s was working at a truck stop, and Kiss came through, and at the time, they were still all wearing makeup, so nobody knew who they were. And they told her, "Hey, we're Kiss. Do you want our autographs?" And she's like, "No."
Wow. Okay.
I'm like, she told me that story. I'm like, you're killing me.
Oh my God. You could have had an autograph from Kiss.
Yeah.
That's huge. I have a similar story. If you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
My mother had, we was in Florida. We was at my sister's wedding, and we staying in this hotel. And at the time, my mother was, she was handicapped at the time. She just got in a car accident, so she had trouble walking. So with that, she had the handicap sticker to park in the handicap, right? So we're staying in this hotel, and No Limit happened to be there. No Limit, so like Master P, and this is like right before they blew up. It's like right before they blew up. So Master P, Silk the Shocker, Mystical, it was all those people were in the hotel, right? So we're going downstairs down the elevator, and we are in the elevator with like two members of No Limit. And my mom is like, she's like, "Who are you guys?" And they're like, "Oh, we're No Limit." She goes, "Oh, okay, well, y'all need to move your car because y'all blocking the handicap." I was like, yo, me and my brother was in there. I was like, yo, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, I don't care who they are. Y'all making it hard for me to park. I'm like, yo, my God, yo.
I'm assuming they went and moved it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they was good. They was going. It was a cool experience. Something I'll never forget. You know what I mean? So my mom didn't care though.
I met Gene Simmons once from Kiss. And it was at a book signing, so I do have his autograph, but not anybody else's.
Yeah.
But some people have had mixed, sometimes there's good stories for Gene, sometimes there's... But,
which I'm sure is like any celebrity, right? It depends on what kind of day you catch them on.
I had a digital camera with me, go figure.
Yeah.
And it used mini CDs, like little... They were
I remember those James. Yeah.
The conversation I had with Gene Simmons was how my camera worked.
Yeah, that's dope though. But like that those be like the most natural conversations.
That's everyone's like, well, how was he? I'm like, we were talking tech.
Just right, yeah, bro. Like sometimes it be like that.
But all right, so here's what we're gonna do. I need you to tell me a little bit about your song, Goodbye Myself, and then we're gonna give it a listen.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Good By Myself is a little bit of an older song, but it's still very relevant. The song is about anybody that pretty much has people around them, and I see Anthony's. What up, Rocky? What up, Rocky?
I do their website too.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. That's dope. So it's about pretty much if you have people around you, and it's good to have people around you, but sometimes some people around you might be hating on you or trying to hold you back. You know what I mean? Or, they're happy that you're doing good, but you can't, I don't want you to do better than me type people. You know what I mean? So Good By Myself is basically a statement like, yeah, I got my team, but I'm still good by myself. You know what I mean? I could still move forward. I could still accomplish things on my own. You know what I mean? So it's a big self-awareness track, and it's okay to believe in yourself. You know what I mean? So that's the point of the track. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take a moment and listen to that, and we'll be right back with Gallo.
Yeah, his team of the dog. We don't vacate, need a shot like an AKA. Can't take the summer off. Nah, what you thought? You don't think that we working hard, then we making fun of y'all. I mean, you lost it, like you gave up, and you forfeit. You should back us like an entourage. We not working with a full deck, like you cut the cards, but we still got a full house. Someone took the tools out, got screwed, took a new route. What you thinking that we sinking? I mean, even for a week of barely sleeping, barely eating, trying to cool out. Yo, let me show you what we do now. Yeah, working hard till we move out. Yeah, how I feel, house on the hill with a pool house, strictly for my family and my crew now. Yeah, yeah. Let me show you how it go. Let me show you how it go. I'm good by myself. I don't do this for help. I'm trying to expand on my wealth and all my loved ones I help. I said I'm good by myself. I don't do this for help. I'm trying to expand on my wealth and all my loved ones I help. Y'all hear me though? Yeah, motivation. Got the fight in me, altercation. Trying to plan it out, automation. Put my fam on no relation and related ones. Go even harder when the hating comes, right? But I'ma have to show you that I ain't the one. Yeah, quick to hit you hard like Jamaican rum, like wait up, son. Not violence, but with silence. Pay him no mind. Like I ain't got funds. Ain't proud of me, you won't get a breath out of me. Like I ain't got lungs. Putting them long nights, working like all night. Yeah, and I ain't got sun. Do this for my people and them haters that I see through, and you know that I'm a teacher, that I am the one. Go. Let me show you how it go. I'm good by myself. I don't do this for help. I'm trying to expand on my wealth and all my loved ones I help. I said I'm good by myself. I don't do this for help. I'm trying to expand on my wealth and all my loved ones I help. Y'all hear me though? We ain't never stopping, really. Hoping all you haters hear me. That's why I be talking clearly. You can't stop me, don't be silly. We ain't never stopping, really. Hoping all you haters hear me. That's why I be talking clearly. You can't stop me, don't be silly. Go. Let me show you how it go. I'm good by myself. I don't do this for help. I'm trying to expand on my wealth and all my loved ones I help. I said I'm good by myself. I don't do this for help. I'm trying to expand on my wealth and all my loved ones I help. Y'all hear me though?
All right, that was Good by Myself by Gallo Locknez, who's hanging out with me tonight on episode number 65 of 3 Questions in a Song. We're already way past 3. Gallo, so here's what's going to happen next. On the last episode, I had Demo Demon on, and he kind of asked the question that I asked him earlier in the interview without knowing that I was like, he was prepared.
Yeah.
He was prepared, and it was the one I asked, which I never ask. I don't know how that happened.
That's
but
funny.
I feel like it's a good question for you, so we're going to roll with it. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and give him a chance to ask it.
Hey Gallo, it's Demo Demon, and I was wondering, since I was watching your music video on Music Is My Hero, if you could choose any power, what would it be? This could range from Captain Planet to anything Marvel or beyond.
Yo, that's such a dope question. I often think about that because I am a huge comic book fan. You know what I mean? So, and I was just having this conversation with somebody I know too. Honestly, man, I used to love the power of speed. I used to love the power of super strength. But honestly, currently right now, I would love the power to teleport. I would love to be able to teleport anywhere that I wanted to. I love to travel. So if I could avoid the plane rides, if I could avoid the driving and just pop up there, I would love to do it. When it starts snowing in Pittsburgh, I would love to just teleport to St. Martin or somewhere in the Virgin Islands and kick it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, I would love the power to teleport.
I never even thought about teleporting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I work 49 miles from my house. That would be an awesome superpower to have.
Absolutely, especially getting out of work and ready to go home, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm home. I don't know about teleporting to work because
maybe drive to work and teleport home.
Yeah.
that hour drive home sometimes is killer, depending on how the day went.
I'm sure, bro, man. I'm blessed enough to do music full time, but I remember, man, especially when I grew up in the Poconos, I used to work in like Scranton, or I used to work in places that was like 30, 45 minutes away. You know what I mean? So that drive home, sometimes it's like, man, I can't wait to get home. You know, so I get it.
There used to be a Ford dealership in Scranton called Damiano's, which is my last name.
Oh, okay, word.
My wife
no
has
relation?
no.
Okay.
My wife has family there though, and I went to Scranton with her one time, and I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah, that's dope. To see your name, right? Now that's cool. Yeah, I used to spend a lot of time in Scranton, man. It's I love the people in Scranton, man. I performed in Scranton many a times. But I always say every time I go to Scranton, it's either raining or it's dark. I feel like the sun don't shine on Scranton. I don't know, bro. It just seems every time I go there, it's one of the two. You know?
And that's saying something living in Pittsburgh, because I think I read somewhere like 2/3 of the day of the year is bad weather in Pittsburgh.
Why? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
I guess it just depends on how you look at it.
Well, let me tell you, when I was driving home today and the clouds were darker than it was when I was driving to work, it was bad weather.
Yeah. It was pouring today, actually. But hey, I'd rather that than the snow. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know, and let me just be clear. I actually like the snow. I just hate to drive in it. You know what I mean? That's the only thing.
I was at school a couple years ago, and my tires were bald on my car.
Oh my God!
And I had 2 new tires in my trunk.
Oh man!
And I just hadn't gotten anywhere to get them put on yet. And it starts snowing, like snowstorm. And I panicked, and there's a car repair place right across the street. And I called over. I was like, "Listen, it's snowing pretty hard, and I have tires in my trunk. Can you put them on like now?"
Now, yeah.
And they were like, "Well, if you can have it over here by noon, we could have it on by the time you leave." So then they dismissed school early.
Oh my gosh!
So, and there's this slight grade from my parking lot to get up the hill to them.
Yeah,
I couldn't get up the hill.
You couldn't get up the hill. I've been there, bro.
So I had to slide down the hill, go across a couple blocks, and come up where the grade was less, so I could get my tires put on, so I could go home.
Oh man, bro! Listen, I'll do you one better, man. I used to live in Florida for a while, and I had I think it was a 40th anniversary Mustang. It was beautiful, bro. Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful in Florida. But I
not so much here.
Not so much in Pennsylvania, bro. No, I crashed that car so many times from the snow, bro. I ain't going front, bro. I was broke. You know what I'm saying? So I had a nice car, but I couldn't afford a different car. So I got to get around how I could get around, right? Bro, I crashed that thing so many times. The airbags was out. I used to drive around with the airbags out and stuff. It was crazy, yo. But, man, hey, R.I.P. to that Mustang, man. They've been through some rough times.
Last 2 days on my way to work, I have passed probably mid to late 80s Fox body Mustang convertible. I almost want to try and push him over so I can talk to him. It's that nice.
Yeah. Bro, I used to get every time I pull, you know, and I'm gonna keep it 100. It looked nice. Under the hood, it was nothing special, but it looked nice. And people used to always be like, "Hey, what you got in the hood? What you got?" I was like, "Oh, it's just a V6, dog. Ain't nothing special. Like, it ain't nothing, but it looked good." You know what I'm saying? But that car was dope, man. You know what I mean? But it wasn't nothing special. It just looked nice.
The fastest car I ever owned, and I didn't own it long, was a 1991 Dodge Daytona.
Oh wow, well, that's what's up.
And the reason I didn't own it long, a couple reasons. First of all, when I bought it, it was because I blew a car up.
Oh my god! Okay.
My friend sold it to me for $300, and I had to put $1,000 into it before I could.
That's still not bad. 1,300,
right.
Yeah.
And then right after that, we found out we were having my twin daughters.
Oh man!
So it's like, this car is not going to work,
coupe, right? That's a coupe, right?
Yeah, and it's tiny.
Yeah.
You know, me in it was like the clown car where you see all the clowns getting out.
Nah, don't do that.
But so we found out we were having twins, and we had our son who, when the twins were born, he's 26 months old. So, so he was almost 2, and if his car seat was in the back seat, nobody could ride in the passenger seat because it had to touch the dashboard.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that was the first thing. So we knew we were getting rid of it, and then the transmission went in it.
And that was just more of a reason to get rid of it.
Yeah, so I had it for like 3 months on the road.
Oh, wow.
But I did one time. I'll tell one more crazy car story, and then we'll get to. It snowed really hard, and the Daytona's sitting in my driveway, and I opened the back door, and the snow was taller than the car.
Oh, man.
I was like, okay, I got to see if this thing will go in the snow because I have to drive it to work.
He's like, I have no choice, yeah.
So I go out, I shovel out to the door, I get in, I start to back out, it gets stuck. And the snow is higher than the roof.
Oh, my God.
I can't get the door open. And the car won't go in either direction.
Oh, my God, bro.
And I left my cell phone in the house, so I couldn't even call for help.
What? No. So what'd you do?
So I sat there and just kept rocking it until eventually it started to go forward, and I floored it and then slammed the brakes on because my driveway is only the length of a car.
Okay.
So I got it in, and I come in the house. My wife's like, "Where have you been?" I was like, "In the driveway. Why didn't you come look for me?"
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I did not take it out that day.
Yo, nah, bro. That sounds like a very eventful 3 months with that car. Like,
that was. And then, are you familiar with Route 70?
No. Route 70? No.
All right. So Route 70, it's east or west, but really it goes north and south. I don't understand that at all. Okay. If you get on Route 70, it'll take you to West Virginia.
Okay.
Well, I drive that every day to go to school, to work.
Okay.
And there are tractor trailers on it because it's a big interstate, goes north and south.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
In that 3 months, I probably got ran off the road 25 times because those trucks, they didn't see me.
Oh, that's crazy. What? No, that's crazy.
So I liked that car, but it was probably good that it only lasted 3 months.
That just sound like a death trap, bro.
Listen, I didn't even tell you the part where you had to grab the dashboard to make the turn signals work.
What? Oh, my God, bro. Yeah, nah, I'm happy you got rid of it, bro.
Me too.
I'm happy. That's crazy.
But all right, so let's get back on to topic. And why don't you tell us where your music and you can be found online?
Absolutely. So at the bottom, you see gallowsworld.com. You can find it on my website. My website links to all my social media, on my Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything Gallo Loch Ness. You know what I mean? If you don't go to the website, you could also search Gallo Loch Ness on everything. Like I said, every social media site that I mentioned, it's on iTunes, every streaming platform, Pandora, all that. So, yeah.
I'm going to remove the banner here for a second. There it is. There's how you spell Gallo Loch Ness if you want to search that.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, what do you have coming up? I mean, I'm guessing you probably have a lot coming up, but probably can't tell us about some of it either.
Yeah, no, I got a lot. I definitely got a lot. Man, I got plenty to talk about. But there's definitely some things I can't mention. But man, I got a show in Philly coming out on November 13th. I may have a show either October 22nd or 23rd. We're still kind of working it out at the Penn Hill Cinema. You know what I mean, with Filter. Shout out to them. That's who I went to San Antonio with. So shout out to Filter. Nice. Yeah. I got working on a lot of projects. You know what I'm saying? I know it's really hard to see the shirt, but I'm coming out with an album with my guy Budokai. He's based out of Colorado. We have a joint project that we drop in next March, or this coming March, I should say, called Overcomer. It's a positive hip hop album. It's a lot of lyricism. It's a lot of fun. So we got that drop in. Working with a lot of different artists, man. Katie Roman, Swiss Ivory. My guy Match is out in Portland. Brookfield Deuce out of Portland as well. His cousin is Damian Lillard. So we working on a couple of joints together. And then I'm also on the Grammy board. I'm a governor. for the Philadelphia chapter, working with a lot of board members with some music, but also working on bringing the Grammy presence to Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? Giving artists a true, real chance to be heard on a bigger scale, on a bigger level, and also to get involved with, like, you know, saving the music. You know what I'm saying? The Grammys the Recording Academy, is very involved with that. You know what I mean? They got the Grammy U, which mentors young kids. They got Music Cares, which helps artists that are struggling. You don't have to be a Grammy member in order to apply, but they help with financial, with rent, and things like that. So whatever you need help with, Music Cares is huge for that. So yeah, I'm very, very involved with the Recording Academy. And then I'm starting a podcast, which is, I know, right? Yeah.
I might have a few of those.
Yeah. Listen, man, a lot of people asked me to start a podcast a long, long time ago. My plate is full, but I feel like the time is now. So it's going to be called the PEM Podcast. So POS is short for positive. You know what I mean? So a little play on words. And I'm going to be interviewing artists that drop music. And we're going to celebrate the artists. It's a way to celebrate them. And then we're going to dig a little deep into, like, mental health, see what they've been going through, see what you know, because at the end of the day, man, like, as artists, we could talk about it in our music, but we don't like to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, talk about it. So, you know, I want to kind of put it out there, like, yo, it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to talk to somebody about it. So I'm using the artists that I interview as examples. You know what I mean? So when people watch it, hopefully that'll kind of open the door for them to be like, yo, you know what? I can talk about my struggles and what I've been going through. You know what I mean? Like, music is a platform, but it's okay to vent too. You know what I mean? So that's the whole point of the podcast. And and that's probably going to drop it in, like, November. So yeah, I got a lot of things going on.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a couple of my off the wall Pennsylvania rock show type questions.
Let's do it.
Let's go with this one, and listen to how it's worded.
Okay. All right.
So an apocalyptic event happens.
Okay.
And a handful of humans survive.
Okay.
But to go along with this handful of humans, one song from every artist in the history of the world survives. The rest of the music is destroyed. Okay. Which Gallo-Lochna's song should survive and help those humans repopulate the earth?
Oh yeah, easily, man. Probably my biggest song is "I'm a Push," because "I'm a Push" is all about, you know, being knocked down but finding a way to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And then if you want to repopulate, then you're gonna have to push
in more than one way.
You pick it up what I put down.
I
you
did.
Pick it up what I put down. Nah.
All right.
So real quick, I got a story about it. My bad.
Okay,
I got a real quick story about "I'm a Push." So I performed in schools early on, and "I'm a Push" was like my biggest song. So people, like, especially on the East Pennsylvania, like, a lot of people know the lyrics. They know that song. It's like a favorite song. So I performed at this middle school one year. The kids loved it, right? I came back the next year, right? I went to go perform "I'm a Push." Little did I know these kids were using it as a mosh pit song. Yo, so I'm over here doing "I'm a Push," and I see the circle form, and they going back and pushing each other. I'm like, no, this is not meant for that. No. So that's just a little side story about "I'm a Push."
As a teacher, had I been in that room, I also would have been going, no.
Oh yeah, bro. It's like middle school kids, man. Like, no. What are you doing? So, yeah, anyways.
All right. So we're going to grab a DeLorean for this one.
Okay, cool.
And you can go back in time for this answer.
Yeah.
All right. If you could perform with any musician in the history of the world, who would you want to perform with? And where would you like to perform? Now, keep in mind, Metallica performed in Antarctica, so you can perform anywhere.
That's wild. Oh man, that's tough, bro. So first and foremost, I would love to perform with Biggie. I think that would be incredible. I I actually knew his mom growing up. So to be able to perform with him and his mom watching and my mom watching, I think that would be incredible. Where? We're probably, I don't know, man, somewhere in New York, because we both are from New York. So I think that would have such a huge impact. You know what I mean? But yeah, Biggie is definitely my choice, man. I would love to share a stage. I would have loved to share a stage with Biggie.
I mean, if you're picking a place in New York, you got to go Madison Square Garden, right?
Yeah, we could do it. Yeah, you know what? You helped me with that. I dig it. Or Central Park, like just like an outside joint. You know what I mean? Have set up a stage and have everybody come out. That could be dope too. You know?
My family, like my intermediate family, and my mom and my dad, we went on a bus tour to New York.
Okay.
And we went to Central Park, and one of the coolest things was we walked past a band that was busking in a park. I had to stop and take a picture. I'm like, I have to post this.
Yeah.
And then there's like a walkway. It almost looks like a bridge. But then underneath it was tiled.
Yeah.
And there was someone in there singing a cappella.
Mm-hmm. But the acoustics.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
It was awesome. I'm like, and the tour guide's like, okay, we're moving on. I'm like, no, we're staying here.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. Nah, bro, like New York, one thing I love about New York and growing up in New York, man, I've always seen performers, right? I've always seen performers from being in the streets, on the side of buildings, in the subway, everywhere, bro. I've always seen performers. I've been surrounded by it. So, and it doesn't matter if dancers, drummers, saxophonists, whatever, right? Bro, that's one thing about New York. That performance energy is incredible. You know what I mean? So like, if you love performances and you've never been to New York, I definitely recommend people to just at least visit, man, because it doesn't matter what day it is, you're gonna see a dope performance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't see anyone in the subway, but
okay.
Did come across two performers in Central Park.
Okay, yeah, I've seen many performances in the subway, man. People doing flips and singing and rapping. And then I've seen homeless performances too, where they'll tell you their story. It's like, you know, but it is what it is, man. But it's cool, man. It's cool, bro. So I love that about New York. Like that energy, bro, that vibe is always in the city. And they call it the city that never sleeps, right? For a reason.
All right. So we're gonna go full circle here for a moment. Yeah. We're gonna go back to the food truck and food industry.
Yeah.
I didn't like the hot dog I got.
What?
I know. I knew that was going to be your reaction. I think it was what are the two main brands? One is Nathan's.
Yeah, I love Nathan's.
And what was the other one?
Sabretto?
I think it might have been. Yeah, I think it might have been that. Yeah. I don't like Nathan's either. But
no.
I know.
I love Nathan's, bro.
I did eat the hot dog.
Okay.
My kids took a bite and threw it in the garbage.
Oh, it was that bad? Which one was it? It was both. It was Nathan's, or
I think it was the other one, the Sabrata.
Yeah. I don't really like that one either. Yeah.
But yeah, they were like,
man, you talking about New York hot dogs?
Yeah, right in the city.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, my bad. We on the same page now. I thought you were talking about the food truck. Two hot dogs? Okay, got you.
The hot dog guys, theirs are awesome.
Okay, got you. I wouldn't recommend eating hot dogs in New York. I don't blame you on that, bro. I know it's like a big thing. Like, yo, I gotta go to New York and I gotta have a hot dog. Like, no, you don't have to have a hot dog. Don't do that.
We did it. I agree.
No. But I would recommend the pizza. Did you have pizza in New York?
So that's a funny story too.
Okay.
So we take this whole trip to New York City.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter is standing behind me now because she got peek in her wave. And we end up ordering pizza from the hotel in New Jersey.
Yeah, I knew what this is. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No.
And I was like, and you know, I'm giving my parents a hard time. I'm like, we drove all the way to New York and we're eating New Jersey pizza.
Come on, bro. So I'll tell you, I'm from the Bronx, but the best pizza is in Brooklyn. Brooklyn has the best pizza. But I love New York pizza, period. You can find some really good pizza in Manhattan. But it's gotta be like a mom and pop shop. Like, don't go to Sbarro's or a baked pizza place. Like, you got to go to a mom and pop shop, and they gonna have that official New York pizza. You know what I mean? Cheesy, greasy. You got to fold it to eat it. Like, that's what you need to experience. You know.
I will say I went to Chicago a couple years ago with my brother.
The deep dish, I love deep dish pizza.
Yeah. I will make it back to Chicago just to eat deep dish.
Yeah, what they called Georgiano's or something like that. I can't remember.
It's something. Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah, I actually went. We was in Colorado and we went to that restaurant in Colorado. Man, yo, the deep dish is I love deep dish pizza. And not for not like I grew up on New York pizza, bro. I used to get, back when a slice was $1.25. You know what I'm saying? Like $1.25, 75 cents for a Snapple. All I needed was $2 and I was good. You know what I'm saying? But so experience like that deep dish pizza, I love it, bro.
My brother and I were at the outdoor hockey game, Chicago versus Pittsburgh.
Oh, word! That's dope.
Soldier Field.
Yeah.
And we came home after the Penguins got murdered, and I was trying to pick the right word.
Yeah.
And by home I mean to the hotel, and we ordered this pizza, and it's it's like this thick.
Yeah, bro. Yep.
And we ate.
Did you expect that? Did you know what it looked like?
No.
So it probably threw you off, right?
It did, but it was warm and it tasted good, and we were freezing, and the next thing you knew, there was no more pizza.
Nah, bro, it's cheesy, it's saucy. The bread is good. Nah, bro, that chunk is good. It's good.
Go
ahead.
Hey, Neil, this is a food podcast.
I know,
episode.
bro. I was going to say the same thing, bro. I know I sound like a foodie, bro. Like, I love food, bro. I just went to Colorado. And I was watching, I think it's like Dive and Diners or something like that.
Yeah.
And they was like, I looked at Colorado. I was like, all right, so what do I need to try in Colorado? Bro, I did this. They got this hot dog place. I can't remember the name now, but they have rattlesnake. It was rattlesnake with like cactus sauce. And I was like, I have to try it. And bro, it was so good. It was really, really good, man. And then I had elk too. I had an elk hot dog. Their new thing, Biker Gyms. There we go, Biker Gyms. And they actually had ostrich too, but I didn't try the ostrich. I wanted to, but I didn't get to. You know what I mean?
I've had elk. I haven't had rattlesnake.
Nah, yeah, bro. They did elk with onions and cream cheese. They put cream cheese in the elk, bro. It was banging. It was so good. But yeah.
You mentioned ostrich. I had ostrich once.
How is it?
Well, it was more like a Slim Jim made out of ostrich.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, because all you had
was
was the ostrich. You didn't have nothing else paired with it.
Yeah, it was like one bite into the garbage.
Yeah. See, that's the thing with like the rattlesnake. Yo, they had it with like some cactus sauce and like fried onions. And it was like, bro, like the combination was super good.
So the answer to the question that just popped up on the screen here, would you try Rocky Mountain oysters, is no.
Negative. Yeah, negative. I would never. Like, and it's a delicacy there, bro. It's a delicacy. Like, it's expensive for Rocky Mountain oysters. But
they can eat them.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So for everybody that don't know what Rocky Mountain oysters are, what are they? Bull testicles?
Yeah.
Yeah, like bull testicles. So yeah, I'm straight. I'm good on that.
Okay, so I'm looking at the time. I do have another podcast that I need to record tonight.
Perfect.
So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna have you go ahead and ask the question of I just blanked on his first name.
Bradley Scott.
Bradley Scott Malone. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So Bradley, go ahead.
I was gonna say who you're probably familiar with.
Yes.
From
the vault.
Crossing over at the vault.
Yeah. He's a vault artist. So okay. So my question is, I'm reading it. So if I look crazy, I'm reading it. All right. So Bradley, I see you have been doing music for well over 20 years. What keeps you motivated to keep creating and putting out good music?
Okay, see, now you're stuck listening to the next episode so you can hear Bradley's answer.
Because I need to know. I need to know.
That's what I really should have called this podcast, was the chain letter of podcasts.
There you go. I love it.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to head off into the evening. I'm going to let Gallo head into the rest of his evening. I'm sure he has lots of things he needs to work on. And I am going to prepare this podcast as much as I can before I start recording the next one, which is episode number 584 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show.
Wow, bro. That's a lot.
So if you do the math, that means I've done almost 700 between the two.
Oh, my gosh, bro. That's dope. And I'm about to start my first, so I got a long way to go.
Listen, here's the key to it. Consistency. Yeah. That's the key. Yeah. Try and release them same day, same time, every time, because people get used to that.
Okay, absolutely. Well, thank you for having me, man. You are the man. I appreciate you inviting me on, bro. You made me hungry, by the way. I just want to let you know that.
There's a Pizza Uno in Homestead, which is a good facsimile of the deep dish.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm gonna try that, bro. You know what's crazy, bro? I'm not from Pittsburgh like that, so I love Calientes. I know a lot of people. Go ahead.
I've never had Calientes, but I won a pizza from them once.
Okay, you never claimed it. You never had it.
I didn't. I live about 35 miles north of the city.
Oh, okay.
So
that's a drive.
Yeah. But I won it on one of those, who's going to score the first Penguins goal or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And I was so excited. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't even know where this place is.
Yeah, that's funny as heck, Yo, I love Calientes, bro. Every time I tell somebody in Pittsburgh, they're like, ew, you need to try this instead. I'm like, man, I'm good. I love it.
They win all kinds of awards, though.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, listen, the first time I had it, it was like fireworks in my mouth, man. I love it. Right, I love Caliente.
I'm going to do 2 more advertisements here for some of my website clients. Yeah. So, if you come out this way, which is the Alley-Kiski Valley, like New Kensington is kind of in the valley, to give you an idea. There's a place called Route 66 Barbecue and Wood-Fired Pizza. Okay. That is an Apollo. It's only open in the summers. Okay. It is a food truck, but they're stationary. They're in the same place all the time. Okay. Amazing pizza.
Route 66. Okay.
And their website is route66bbq.com. And then the other one is my cousin's place. And it's Dommy's, DOMMYS.com. Okay. So Dommy's is a fresh dough pizza. It originated in the 80s. Okay. It has been owned by 3 families, and 2 of them I've been related to.
That's funny. That's what's up, though. So Dommy's and Route 66 what did you say? Route 66 barbecue and fire
and wood-fired pizza.
Wood-fired pizza. All right, cool. Dope. I'm definitely gonna check them out.
All right. So, and all of you out there, Neil, need to check it out as well. This has been episode number 65 with 3 questions and a song. Gallo, I want to thank you again for hanging out with us.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you having me on.
And you guys are about to hear from John American Hill Jack Lane. That's going to tell you how to subscribe, leave comments, and where to find us, which happens to be on the 1st and 15th of every month. And then the Pennsylvania Rock Show that I mentioned earlier is every Friday. And you can find both of those at buildthescene.com. And then I have a third one, which is fairly new. I think we're going into episode number 5. It's called Live Friendly Fire. It's live on xrpradio.co.uk. And Jonna from First Angel Media joins me. We play some music from the Western Pennsylvania and sometimes into Ohio. And we may have played a song from Iran on the last episode.
Oh, wow. What's that?
And then the owner and manager of XRP, Tiz and ALC, also known as Cat. They then listen to the song. They try and pull a song out of their playlist that's similar. And then the people that are live in the chat room talk about the 2 songs and what they liked and what they didn't. And then they choose which side won that round.
That's cool.
And that usually, I'm saying usually, but it's supposed to be the second Saturday of each month. We've had 2 on the second Saturday and 2 on the third Saturday. So we're working on that consistency thing still. But that one's xrpradio.co.uk/chat. And then, as I said, you can find Build a Scene, the 3 Questions in a Song in Pennsylvania Rock Show on buildthescene.com, and First Angel Media as well. My name is Bill, and I will catch you on the next episode.
This episode of 3 Questions in a Song has ended, but be sure to subscribe to be introduced to more on-site music from around the globe. Don't forget to rate and review the show, and we'll see you on the next episode.